Hello, welcome back to DSP class Discrete Fourier Transform Module 1 Session 7. In our previous classes, we were discussing about properties of DFT. We'll continue with new property circular correlation. First important information is what is correlation, why correlation is required. Correlation means a simple way to understand is comparison. Correlate means compare. When you compare two signals, in our example, when you compare two signals, we try to find out similarities and dissimilarities between them. I am repeating, correlation is used to find similarities and dissimilarities of the signal. So there are two types of correlation called as autocorrelation and one more is called as cross correlation. In autocorrelation, we compare same signal in different instants of time. Something like comparing your academic performance in PUC and in engineering. So time is different. Second PUC year was different, engineering was different. So, but the candidate is same. So comparing same signal in different instants of time is called as autocorrelation. Coming to cross correlation, if you compare two separate signals in same time, it is called as cross correlation, like comparing results of two students of 5th semester. Coming to statement of this particular property, we'll assume that we have two complex valued signals x of n and y of n with the DFTs x of k and y of k. The correlation is defined by Rxy tilde of L. When you put x and y, so there are two signals, so we are performing cross correlation. Rxy tilde of L is transformable to Rxy tilde of k, which is defined as x of k into y star of k. Simple way of remembering is performing circular correlation is equivalent to multiplying their DFTs, first function x of k with second function y star of k. Then what is actual formula defined for correlation? Correlation is defined as Rxy tilde of L is equal to summation n varying from n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n into y star of n minus L. It's almost all looking like product of terms, sum of products. But the careful observation of this formula tells that performing autocorrelation or cross correlation is equivalent to convolving first signal x of L with folded and complex conjugate of second signal. In regular, you perform convolution of x of n and y of n. Instead of performing convolution of x of n and y of n, if you fold and take the complex conjugate of second function and perform convolution, it gives the answer as correlation. So very important concept. Correlation can be computed using convolution by allowing first signal as it is x of L, second signal with complex conjugate and folding. Proof is very simple. It's a single line proof. Apply DFT on both sides. Your small Rxy tilde will become capital Rxy tilde of k. X of L will become x of k. Convolution will become multiplication. Y star of minus L has a DFT of y star of k, which I have proved in a property called as complex conjugate property. There I have told that if you do complex conjugate in time domain, it's equivalent to complex conjugate unfolding in frequency domain. If you perform complex conjugate unfolding in time domain, it's a simple complex conjugate in frequency domain. Hence the proof. Very simple. A special case of this property is if we assume x of n is equal to y of n, then formula should be written as Rxx tilde of L, and this is called as our autocorrelation. This is our autocorrelation concept. In autocorrelation, both the signals are same. Therefore, Rxx tilde of k will be equal to x of k into x star of k. X of k into x star of k can be further written as modulus of x of k whole square. To understand this property in a better way, I have solved 2-3 problems. First problem is compute n-point circular correlation of. Try to read the question properly. The question can be circular convolution or circular correlation. So same problem can be given for both the conditions, with convolution or with correlation. Check here. We have given with two signals x of n and y of n. Tumba important too. Problem alli one signal kotra, ಎರಡು signal kotra anta check ಮಾಡಿ. If they have given two signals, then we are performing cross correlation. If they have given only one signal, we are performing autocorrelation. Next, first let us start with given x of n is equal to cos 2 pi by n into small n. Let us apply DFT on both sides. We have a standard formula for cos theta. I have taught in my previous sessions. It is n by 2 into delta k minus 1 plus delta k plus 1. You can remember directly, or we know that and baribodu, or you can put that using circular frequency shift property cos 2 pi by n into small n. There should be some constant here. In my previous class, it is called as k naught. ಇಲ್ಲಿ k naught ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ 1 ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Therefore, is n by 2 into delta k minus 1 plus delta k plus 1 ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೀವು ಅನಲಾಗ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. AC cos 2 pi FCT has a Fourier transform of AC by 2 into delta F minus FC plus delta F plus FC ಅಂತ. Almost all same. Next formula given is, next term given is y of n is equal to sin theta. Apply DFT for this. Y of n will become y of k. For sin theta, there is a ready-made answer. N by 2j into delta k minus 1 minus delta k plus 1. This is also solved in previous problem. So you can just tell that we know that cos 2 pi by n into k naught into n has a DFT of n by 2 into delta k minus k naught plus delta k plus k naught, and directly you can write the answers. Now important is, we all know that circular correlation is defined as Rxy tilde of L is equal to summation n varying from 0 to n minus 1 x of n into y star of n minus L. Tough to solve this problem. Feel this as convolution. That is, x of L circularly convolved with y star of minus L. Take DFT on both sides. Capital Rxy tilde of k is equal to x of k multiplied with y star of k. Already you know what is x of k. Previous step I have solved. N by 2 into delta k minus 1 plus delta k plus 1. Now you want y star of k. So copy y of n. N by 2j delta k minus 1 minus delta k plus 1 complete to the power of star, that is complex conjugate. Be careful. If your number is a plus jb, if a number complex number c is equal to a plus jb, if they ask you to calculate complex conjugate of c, that is c star, its answer is a minus jb. Simple answer. Real part will not change, imaginary part changes its sign. See the term here, n by 2j, it's a imaginary term, the sign should change. So it becomes minus n by 2j. Take out this common, minus n square 4j square into delta k minus 1 plus delta k plus 1, looks like a plus b formula. This looks like a plus b. This looks like a minus b. You know that a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. And luckily, a square, what is this? Delta square of k minus 1. What is the area of delta function? It is 1. 1 square is what? It is again 1. Therefore, I have written delta square also as delta of k minus 1. With all this adjustment, I have got the final answer like this. But answer is in frequency domain. I must apply IDFT to convert it back to time domain because I require my time domain answer. Carefully observe this term. It looks like sin theta term. So n by 2j delta k minus 1 minus delta k plus 1 has a IDFT of sin theta. So it becomes sin 2 pi by n into small n. What is extra term left out? N by 2 with a minus sign. So totally your correlation is Rxy tilde of L is equal to minus n by 2 sine of 2 pi by n into small n. Very important way to understand. Problem given was in time domain. I felt it is difficult to solve in time domain. So I took the help of frequency domain, that is DFT domain. So did all the calculation in frequency domain. Finally, I applied IDFT to convert my answer back to time domain. So this is how our DFT, IDFT equations helps. And this concept is called as transform domain analysis. Second problem, I have told compute circular autocorrelation of x of n is equal to cos 2 pi by n into small n. Only one function is given. ತುಂಬ ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋ ಕೊರಿಲೇಷನನ್ನು ಆಟೋ ಕೊರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಾ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅದೇ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ನೇ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಎರಡು ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕೊರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Luckily, the question is cos theta, for which you know the answer as n by 2 into delta k minus 1 plus delta k plus 1. Directly, you know the formula for autocorrelation in frequency domain. We know that Rxy tilde of k is equal to x of k into y star of k. Special case, if x of n is equal to y of n, my formula becomes x of k into x star of k. In place of x of k, substitute n by 2 into this term. In place of this, you substitute. But I have not written star here because complex conjugate of real part is same thing you will get, not required. Now multiplication is a big tedious job for you. Multiplication is a big tedious job for you. How to solve this multiplication? First, try this. Delta k minus 1 multiplied with delta k minus. Split this as a plus b and c plus d formula. Remove brackets, solve. Finally, it looks like delta k minus 1 minus delta k plus 1. Now, let us multiply these two. Delta k minus 1 into delta k minus 1 will become delta square k minus 1, which is equal to delta k minus only written here. Next term, delta k plus 1 into delta k minus 1. So this delta function is present at 1. This delta function is present at minus 1. The products of which will be equal to 0, not written. Next, try these two. Similarly, delta k minus 1, delta k plus 1, 0. Last term, delta k plus 1 into delta k plus 1 will become delta k plus 1 whole square, which is equal to delta k plus 1. With a mistake I have written minus, it is plus actually. Next, it's a plus answer now. N square by 4 delta k minus 1 plus delta k plus 1. I think this formula should look like cos theta formula with extra n by 2. Take out this extra n by 2. Remaining answer looks like IDFT of or DFT of cos theta. So IDFT of this answer will be cos theta. Write down like this. Next, this is equations given, sin theta, cos theta and all. But you can expect a problem with an arrays. See the beauty of this arrays. The data given x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and they have asked us to calculate autocorrelation. First step, calculate x of k. In previous sessions I have taught you how to compute 4-point DFT of a given sequence using linear transformation approach. Multiply data segment with Tudel factor matrix to get x of k is equal to 10 minus 2 plus 2j minus 2 minus 2 minus 2j. Answer is ready. We know that autocorrelation in time domain is given by Rxx tilde of L. In frequency domain it looks like Rxx tilde of k, that is equal to modulus of x of k whole square. Observe, there is a modulus. If c is equal to a plus jb, its modulus of c, a complex number, is given by root of a square plus b square. Root of a square plus b square. This is 2. So when we try root of a square plus b square, come back to this question. It's root of a square, that is 10 square. Root and square cancels. Again that answer whole square, so 100. Minus 2 plus 2j. So root of minus 2 square plus 2 square under root whole square. So 8 will come into picture. Try this. Square root of minus 2 whole square under whole square. So 4 will come out of the picture. So totally the magnitude square will be 100,848, which is in frequency domain. Now what I'll do is I'll apply IDFT for this. You know IDFT can be calculated using linear transformation approach with taking complex conjugate of Tudel factor matrix. Hope you remember this concept. Multiply Tudel factor matrix with this and scale it by 1 by 4, you get the final answer. So final answer is in time domain, but middle I used transform domain approach. Next problem. Same thing, I have given two signals x of n and y of n, and I am asking you to calculate circular correlation. General word, it is circular convolution. Since two sequences are given, x of n and y of n, we must perform cross correlation in this. Step 1, compute DFT x of k. Same procedure, multiply data with Tudel factor matrix to get x of k. You should be very strong in these steps. Second step, calculate y of k. Multiply data vector with Tudel factor matrix to get y of k. So x of k is ready, y of k is ready. Now let us introduce a formula for cross correlation. See here, it is called as circular correlation. It is circular correlation is defined as Rxy tilde of k is equal to x of k into y star of k. So write down x of k. Write down y star of k. Please refer. Y of k is 5. I have kept as it is 5. Y of k next sample is minus 1 minus 2j. Its complex conjugate is minus 1 plus 2j. Observe here, minus 1 plus 2j. Carefully, you must take the complex conjugate of each term. Repeating, if a number is a plus jb, its complex conjugate is a minus jb. Once that is completed, multiply element by element. 10 into 5, 50. Minus 2 plus 2j multiplied with minus 1 plus 2j becomes minus 2 minus 6j. Minus 2 into 1, minus 2. And these two multiplied. Minus 2 minus 2j multiplied with minus 1 minus 2j will be equal to minus 2 plus 2j. Again, complete answer is in frequency domain. It should be converted to time domain. So try to use IDFT formula, same old concept, multiply Rxx tilde of k with the complex conjugate of 12 factor matrix and scale it by 1 by 4. Very important. And your final answer would be Rxy tilde of L is equal to 11, 16, 13 and 10. In each concepts of DSP, this DFT is very important. Should be very careful how to compute 4-point DFTs and 4-point IDFTs with less time taken. Next property is called as Parseval's theorem. This is very important property in complete signal processing and communication because this theorem gives the relationship for energy of a signal. Always we are used to compute energy of a signal in time domain using a formula E is equal to summation n varying from minus infinity to plus infinity modulus of x of n whole square. Then if somebody gives you frequency domain content, how do you calculate energy? What is the formulas which is relating energy in time domain, energy in terms of frequency domain concepts, and this relationship is proposed by a theorem called as Parseval's theorem. For a complex valued sequence x of n and y of n with a DFT x of k and y of k, Parseval theorem states that summation n varying from 0 to n minus 1 x of n into y star of n is equal to 1 by n summation k varying from 0 to n minus 1 x of k into y star of k. This is the statement of Parseval's theorem. You must remember this line. First term complex of conjugate of second term added, product added. Similarly, first term DFT multiplied with complex conjugate of second term DFT added, scaled by 1 by n. This is how you can easily remember your formulas. To prove this formula, I'll take the help of circular cross correlation formula. From the definition of cross correlation, Rxy tilde of L is equal to summation n varying from 0 to n minus 1 x of n into y star of n minus L. I'll put L is equal to 0 in the above equation. At L is equal to 0, formula becomes Rxy tilde of 0 is equal to summation 0 to n minus 1 x of n into y star of n. This is very important formula. Correlation evaluated at L is equal to 0 will give you the energy of the signal. This you would have taught in your statistics class, statistics and linear algebra you had in 4th semester. There they would have taught you autocorrelation, cross correlation, properties of them, but at least remember autocorrelation evaluated at origin gives rise to energy of the signal. So formula 1 is ready. Let us try IDFT formula. We all know that IDFT formula x of n is equal to 1 by n summation x of k omega n power minus kn. If you are giving x of k, but I would like to try IDFT for Rxy tilde of k. So I have replaced here this as Rxy tilde of k. I have replaced my x of n as Rxy tilde of L. Got my formula. What was the formula we have learned for autocorrelation? Rxy tilde of k is always given by x of k into y star of k. Now put L is equal to 0 in this formula. So Rxy tilde of 0 is equal to 1 by n summation x of k into y star of k. Observe these two formulas, formula 1 and formula 2. In both the formulas, RHS is, sorry, LHS is same, that is Rxy tilde of 0. We all know that if LHS is same, you can equate RHS. Therefore, conclusion, summation n varying from 0 to n minus 1 x of n into y star of n is equal to 1 by n summation x of k into y star of k. As a special case, if x of n is equal to y of n, when it becomes x of n is equal to y of n, when it is a case of autocorrelation, that is both are same, you get a formula energy E is equal to summation 0 to n minus 1 modulus of x of n whole square is equal to 1 by n summation k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 modulus of x of k whole square joules, because it is an energy formula. I think we have taught this in signals class. Energy of an aperiodic signal is given by, so this is the formula to calculate energy in terms of time domain samples, and this is the formula to calculate energy in terms of frequency domain samples. That's how our Parseval's theorem relates between time domain and frequency domain samples to compute the energy of the signal. So I have tried a verification using one problem. Given x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, find the energy and hence verify the Parseval's theorem. Let us first compute DFT of x of n. Same old procedure, multiply x of n with total factor matrix, you get an answer. From the definition of Parseval's theorem, we know this formula. Let us try to calculate energy in time domain. Energy formula is from 0 to n minus 1. How many samples are given? 4 samples. 0 to 4 minus 1 will become 3. Expands as x of 0 square plus x of 1 square plus x of 2 square plus x of 3 square. What is x of 0 given? 1. 1 square is 1. Next 2. 2 square is 4. Next 3. 3 square is 9. Next 4. 4 square is 16. Add all, you get answer is equal to 30. Step 1 is over. Step 2. Energy in terms of frequency domain samples, what they have given? E is equal to 1 by n summation k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 modulus of x of k whole square. How to calculate that? Put k is equal to 0 to 3. So expand this formula, x of 0 whole square plus x of 1 whole square plus x of 2 whole square plus x of 3 whole square. But don't forget, there is a modulus sign here. Because of modulus sign, it will be root of a square plus b square modulus of that. Is it clear? So when you expand and solve, you get an answer is equal to 30 joules. So see the beauty. You try in time domain, you are getting 30 joules. You try in terms of frequency domain samples x of k, you are getting 30 joules. Hence Parseval's theorem is verified. This is how Parseval's theorem helps us to compute energy. One more problem I had tried, usually a 10 marks question in our exam papers. They will give some input like this. Given x of n is equal to 1, 2, 0, 3, minus 2, 4, 7, 5. Totally 8 samples are given. Evaluate capital X of 0, X of 4. See, the third and fourth looks like same, but it is different. K 0 to 7 x of k. Second term k 0 to 7 modulus of x of k whole square. And usually they tell that without computing DFT, use some properties, concepts and try. Let us calculate x of 0. For that, first write DFT formula. When you write DFT formula and put k is equal to 0, k is equal to 0, x of 0 is equal to summation 0 to 7 x of n into omega 8 power 0. You know that omega 8 power 0 is 1, so it becomes 1. Only x of n is there. Expand that. when you expand that, it becomes x of 1 plus x of 2 plus x of 3 and so on till x of 7. Very easy. Add the problem. 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 3 plus minus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 5 to get an answer 20. What is the meaning of this is, if you add your complete samples in the question, you get x of 0. X of 0 means with a frequency 0, means it's a DC content. Try x of 4. Same procedure, take DFT formula. Wherever capital K is there, replace it by 4. X of 4 is equal to summation 0 to 7 because capital N is 8. X of n omega 8 power 4n. Expand this formula. X of 0 omega 8 power 0. X of 1, this is omega 8 power 4. X of 2 omega 8 power 2 times 4, 3 times 4 times 5 times. Use your periodicity property for all these problems. This is also omega. There is a small typing mistake. Be careful. So, what is omega 8 power 0? We all know it is 1. What is omega 8 power 4? Using our symmetric property of total factor, it is looking like omega n power n by 2, which is equal to minus 1. Just replace it by minus 1. Next, omega 8 power 0 is 1. Luckily, it is plus 1 and minus 1 problem. Add and subtract. You get minus 8. Next, how to try this formula? Summation k is equal to 0 to 7 x of k means, what is the meaning of this mathematics? You add all the frequency samples. What is the answer you get? See the meaning of this mathematics. X of k is your DFT coefficient. Add all the DFT terms. What is the answer you get? We are trying to prove here. For that, take your IDFT formula. How to make this term 1? Especially I want to make this term 1. So, I'll put n is equal to 0 in this formula. If I put n is equal to 0, x of 0 is equal to 1 by 8. I have taken that 8 is also to the other side. Summation 0 to n minus 1, that is 0 to 7, x of k into omega 8 power 0. You know that omega 8 power 0 is 1. Check back your answer for x of 0 in the question. In the question, x of 0 given is 1. 1 into 8 is equal to 8 is your answer. Let us try next one. Modulus of x of k whole square. When you get modulus of x of k whole square, you must recall your property called as Parseval's theorem. Modulus of x of k whole square under summation will come only in Parseval's theorem. So, first write from the definition of Parseval's theorem, we know this formula. Wherever capital N is there, you replace it by 8 here. Done. So, 0 to 7, 0 to 7, 0 to 7, 1 by 8. Cross multiply. This n can be sent there. It becomes 8 times. So, I don't have x of k, but I have x of n. So, remove or expand the summation. It becomes modulus of x of 0 whole square plus x of 1 whole square and so on up to 7. So, each term you take a square, and again luckily the problem given is real valued sequence in this. All are real values, no need to worry about complex number. So, expand this completely, multiply with that 8 and your answer will be 864. This is how your problems can be in a different varieties. So whenever there is a modulus, make sure that you are invoking our Parseval's theorem. Whenever only summations are there, try recalling your DFT formula and IDFT formula. With this, we'll end this session 7. Thank you.